Yeah, said I gotta do better. Yeah, that's the motto. A gift and a curse, my foot in the pedal, I never let up. I dropped the L, now it's Toro. Dubs come in first like it's Whack-A-Mole. I'ma tell them all, yeah. Can't come in last, no. Come in first, I ain't no slowpoke. Oh, it's Toro. I said, oh, it's Toro. I said, oh, it's Toro. I dropped the L and it's dubs, I ain't no more.
Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Toro. Came here for another video on Behind the Horns here. As far as for us becoming a people, a one people, and I feel like that's always been attempted in the past by either, uniting people with a flag, like conquering a whole land, like I need them all to be part, like what Rome did. They wanted everyone to be part of Rome, like Germany, they wanted a one world order. They wanted people to always be aligned underneath their ideology, like religions. The Pope, the Roman Catholic Church also wanted to unite everybody under one religion. And you can talk about Nazi Germany again. They want everyone to be the same race. Now, what I realized is that we're not ever going to be harmonious until we go deeper than these things here in this physical realm, like a flag or a race, or just it's gonna have to be the way we think. And the way we think is, since we're all human here, we all have the ability to use a brain. We have the ability to have very similar neural pathways in the way we think about things. One way for us to have these similar neural pathways and similar ways of thinking is by connecting with each other. And the thing is, like I said, similar and not the same. Similar meaning that it's compatible. We have to be compatible with each other. And that doesn't mean like, oh, since you don't have the same exact way of thinking as me, I'm not compatible with you. Let me go with these other people who think with me the same exact way, have the same beliefs as me. No, it's meaning there's no separation at all. That can only be achieved when we come together and realize that our bottom line needs to be harmony. We can't leave anybody behind. We can't leave anybody below. We're all up. We're all high. Highest versions of ourselves. Highest versions of understanding. When the higher you are up, the more you can see. We need to be able to understand everybody's point of view and build this world picture that we're all painting for more information that we're getting. One of the things I wanted to touch on was the fact that we're well into the informational age. And before, in the past, information was very much funneled in and checked and balanced by certain groups of people, whether it have been the Catholic Church or certain organizations within our government or funded by the government that can pick and choose what they want to go and give the public. And I'm not even saying that as like they were so evil, they want us to think a certain way. In some cases that could be their choice, that could be what it is, but I'm not even going to talk about it because I can't prove it unless you have to do the information yourself and look through it yourself. And what I'm proposing here is that at this point in time, it's foolish for us to think that an organization of people can sit here and sort through the entirety of all information that comes up and arises constantly, day by day. The blades of grass that come into like existence every single day, that the new ideas that come in, like the books that are written, our brains are constantly making new things, creating new things, new ways of looking at things, and we can't just rely on organizations to tell us what right from wrong is, someone else to tell us what right is wrong is. Now, what has to happen is we have to have leaders, real leaders. These organizations can still exist, but the way that it has to be done is, instead of us just taking every single word that they say is fact, or them expecting us for that to be the case, it has to be more of this. We bring people up to understand that truth is derived from taking in all the options instead of just coming from one source. It's like research. Like when you're in school, when you're doing a research paper, they want you to have I want you to have at least like 3 sources, 4 sources. Like you need to have as many sources as possible so you can look at everything. And it's not even just like to look at everything. It's more than that. You need to have all the sources you can so you can have a broad view but you have to have a goal. You can't just take in all this information not knowing where it's gonna go. That's where we have an issue. I think that if our problem is our separation by our beliefs, and our beliefs is what comes to the core of who we are and what drives us as a human race, as a human, we need to then align with good, positivity, and understanding and love. If we align with the most, like the highest possible, like harmony that can be possible in here, then we're all good. That then aligns all the information that we're all taking in from, maybe you're speaking to someone, or maybe you read something or heard something, and we're able to then challenge our beliefs, because our goal, our end goal, our what drives us is harmony, understanding everything, so that we can just walk through life and be like, okay, yes, I understand you. I love you because I understand you. I know where you're coming from. Instead of, oh, I don't understand you, or how could someone hate someone like that? How could someone think this way? Let me just push them under the rug because I don't want to look at them anymore. It shouldn't be like that. There's a way for us to be harmony. It's so, I want to say it's simple, but it's not simple at the same time, because what it takes is to push away your ego, can be able to control your emotions, also be able to build the systems within your mind and also outside that is going to allow you to take in this information and be open to it and change and build something that's going to be sturdy and accepting for more, for it to build. It's a constant cycle. And like I just thought about it, like it's really it's deep, because we look at us as humans as being so limited. A lot of us are very egocentric, and we only want to align all our goals with like not something that just either is about a certain group of people or just us, and we aren't able to open up with all of us. So that would look like, okay, I only care about the money that me and my family has, or I only care about money, I only care about women. And so if your beliefs do not align with that, then I don't care about you, and I'll push it away, or I'm just not going to allow it to come into my sphere of influence, of my mind state, my mindset, and what I do on a daily basis. So if whoever is ready, whoever wants true change and positivity and harmony, I think it's the best, instead of trying to align yourself with a group that and just taking all their thoughts and being against another group or other groups of people, we should all be just trying to come together in one single place, and whether it's in our hearts or outside, and like in a clearing or something like that, or in the House of Representatives, with actual government speakers and stuff. We need to be able to come together, and no matter how you look, what's wrong with you, what you think is wrong with you, what you think is right with you, we need to be able to come together and speak about what we believe, and then keep a level head and talk about these things. Create this painting that I talked about. This whole life, our understanding, our belief systems, it's a painting that we have to continuously paint out. We have to be looking out into the world. Okay, all right, there's a mountain over there. All right, what do you see? What do you see, sir? Oh, you see a tree? Okay. You see a tree there. All right, I see a mountain there. All right, what do you see next to that tree that you see? You see a lake? Oh, okay, I see the lake. What's in the edge of the lake? You see any rocks? Okay, you see the rocks. So where do the rocks lead to? The tree. Okay. Interesting. So if you see this color right here, and that's the color of a tree, but I'm seeing a color. Oh, actually, I do see the same color that you're seeing. Interesting. Maybe that could be a tree. And we're challenging our abilities. We're challenging our abilities. We're challenging what we see, challenging our ideas, and then sitting down and coming down to the nitty gritty and deciding we're going to figure out what's going to bring us together instead of focusing on what's going to bring us apart. Because I could have just stood there and be like, no, there is a mountain there. I will not look at your tree. That tree is not there. And we wouldn't even look down to the surface to see what below the surface. To see what is actually there and put it all together as a people. That could look anywhere between like political beliefs and all types of beliefs. It's because our beliefs is what to the core is what's going to make us who we are and how we feel. That's what controls our emotions and controls how we act in life and who we decide who wants to be around us. We need to be able to keep that at a level that is going to allow us to come together, and then we can stretch out, and then we can stretch out together instead of stretching out apart. And if we stretch right apart, you separate. Um, yes, I don't want to draw on the video too much. That's basically what I wanted to come and say, that we need to be able to come together and be able to um, find common ground and fight for that common ground. That should be our goal. If your goal is positivity of all and just doing what is right, you should just that takes apart. That takes looking at people who have differing opinions and differing thought forms and differing ways of looking at life and challenging yourself, and then talking back to each other in a way that takes into account our humanity and our love that we have the ability to cultivate for each other. But thank you guys for watching the video. It's been Toro behind the horns. If you liked it, if you like what I tried to talk about here, maybe you have some opinions that you want to spit out in the comment section. Please come back and spread the love, spread the positivity to someone else or here. But without further ado, I'll go and end the video, man. Heart of a bull, mind of a matador. We're out.